What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be checking out Becastled. I'm a big fan of, like, old Stronghold games. I'm a big fan of anything that allows me to build, like, a bastion, or, like, a motte, or, like, a castle, and just, like, makes me defend it against outside people. Like, I really like the concept of that gameplay, and it's really been a shame that nobody has really been chasing it down. Like, you've got Kingdoms and Castles, and you've got a few other games that do it, but for whatever reason, the old Stronghold games always stand out to me as being, like, the best at it. Like, I remember just putting loads of time into building my castles, and just enjoying sort of their supremacy over the the surrounding areas. So anyways, Becastled. It's a game where you build castles. That in and of itself is pretty much it. That's all that I need in order to get interested in the title, so we're going to be checking out the demo version today that they had on Steam. Unfortunately, with how busy this release year has been, this kind of fourth quarter just like foof, it's been a lot of stuff going around. I didn't have a chance to get the demo while it was on Steam, so I reached out to the developers and they kindly sent me the demo version one more time, even though it had been closed down, so that I could check it on out pre-release. So let's dive on in, we'll give this a go. This is my first impressions of the game, but like, I'm excited about it. I really sincerely am. Advisor Solcris. Alright, Your Majesty, choose a site for the castle and we will build the kingdom. Okay, sounds good. You can turn the castle by holding down the right mouse button or using C and V. Okay, that's pretty badass. Like, what do we have going on around here? Like, what does this area look like? Does it look kind of... I was kind of hoping we could have the lake inside. Like, having your own water supply for a castle is kind of like a big deal. You kind of want that, like a deep running well, but it's kind of like over there, so maybe we're not going to make it work for us. Where's the front of the castle? I'm assuming it's that little line right there. Okay. We will set up the castle right here. That sounds good to me. And then we'll chop down some trees. Go, my little villager! Enjoy yourself. Put that thing together. I like that build animation. That looks pretty good. I like how all the scaffolds go in, and then the various parts. Yeah, they put in the shingles there. It looks pretty good. Doesn't look too bad. Alright, so the new castle is built. We can rotate the camera around and whatnot. New solar ones appear in the castle. They can be assigned to building or collecting. We need wood. Okay, so I assume these guys are just going to RTS around and then we tell them to do stuff. Oh, there's a sawmill. Okay, let's do the sawmill like over here off to the side. And it looks like they spring to action and they just take care of that without any micro. Me gusta. I like it when, you know, things just happen on their own and you don't really need to play around with a ton of micro. Alright, so now that we have that, I assume that these guys are going to, like, get to work or something. Do we assign them in here? Yeah, we do. We click them on the building right there, although I would like to see some kind of verification. So when they run up, if they do like a little spin, and a little light goes up to denote that they've kind of changed classes and they're doing new stuff. I think that would help out ever so slightly. How many people can I assign to this? Is it just like infinite, like as many as I want? That guy just went inside the castle. He was like, I'm done for the day, dude. I'm not even trying to mess around with manual labor today. This is some nonsense. I didn't sign up for the surf life. It was thrust upon me. I'm a rebel now. Alright, so we need more suns in order to build the kingdom. Now as we have wood, we can build houses for newcomers. Okay. Takes 150 wood in order to get that started. We have enough for it. I would think that we probably want to have just like a main street right here that lines up with the castle. That's my thought. So we'll put that right there, and we'll have it kind of face the other way. Let's take a look at the map while that builds. What do we have going on around here? What beautiful things are awaiting us? Not much, actually. Just like a lot of trees. Some deer, some rocks. I have no idea what that is right there. Maybe some kind of some kind of predestined farming plot or something. I don't really honestly know. We've got a house over here. It looks like our happiness is on the rise, so that's always a good thing. Keeping the rabble, you know, up and out of your hair. The number of sunny people is getting bigger, and that's great. Now we need to make sure that they have food. Let's capture the nearest cell with food resources and then build something to collect it. All right. New solar ones have appeared in the castle. They can be assigned to collecting resources or building. So if we wanted to capture this, it's going to cost us a little bit of wood. But it's actually not that pricey. So I think I'm going to expand this out and just kind of take over some territory so that I can build freely as I so desire. I think a hunter's hut is going to be a really good idea out here. So we'll put in the hunter set. We'll have one of these little guys run around. We have 5 out of 5 workers, so we're going to have to build some more houses if we wanted to get that going. I do hope that the UI is a bit of a placeholder. I try not to critique demos and things that aren't out yet, but I do find that in a lot of cases developers watch the video, and in a lot of cases they seem to be sort of like starving for that sort of input and being like, well, what did you notice? You know what I mean? And I find that I get a lot of follow-up emails and whatnot from developers being like, so what did you think about this? So I figure I'll just give it during the course of the video. It's not necessarily necessarily something that would stop me from a purchase as of right now, because the game is, you know, the game is in its demo alpha form. But yeah, you be a hunter, man. I'm gonna have you guys, yeah, be hunters. You guys come on out here, be juntas, and take out some of these guys. I do think that we're probably have 4 workers. We got like 1 guy around somewhere that's not really doing a whole lot. Oh, there he is right there. Okay, that looks good. We'll make the road curve this way. And we have food now. So we can go to general. I'm going to say to make me another house over here, and we'll kind of have it curve as it comes around this way, because I like that. With old medieval cities, there wasn't a whole lot of planning, and in fact, they more or less just circled water sources. That's pretty much all you need to know about old cities, is that they liked water sources and they built around them. They tended to circle around the motte as well, so they tend to be kind of built in rings that follow the topography of the land. Modern cities are built in squares and grids, by and large, because it's much easier to organize, especially now that we use like residential, commercial, and industrial zoning in order to like control the flow of where bad things go, and the flow of people moving through to spend time in shopping plazas, and the flow and the quietness that's required for residential areas. You guys still hunting over here? How long you figure it takes for the pigs to respawn? Do we get a lot of food from that? He just brings back like 1 big hawk, huh? Alright, my lord, night is coming. This means that the moon monsters will attack us. These warriors will help us shield ourselves. You can find out how much time is left before the attack by hovering over the circle at the top of the screen. Gotcha. Our torches will tell you from which side the enemy is coming, so they're blue over here, so I assume from that side right there. And then we can send our warriors to defend the blue torches. Well, off you go. Doesn't look like they move too quickly, but they do look like professional soldiers, so that's good. They seem to be equipped fairly well. Doesn't look like we have any hunting left to do. Will they stay inside the confines of the city? They will. Alright, well, let's capture that. We have plenty of wood, so we'll take that over, and we'll take that over. Hopefully, now that that connects, these guys will go out and hunt over here, maybe? It'll be a bummer if they don't, but I can rebuild another one over here in the case that they kind of just hang tight. Yeah, I think it's actually isolated. Yeah, it looks like it's actually isolated to, like, the zone that they work inside of. Okay. That's sunstone right there. We got 25 seconds until another attack comes through. Sounds like a plan. We've got a builders guild. They will build and construct buildings and repair them as well. Okay, that's good. Oh, the pigs respawn. Nice. I mean, he respawned for all of like 1/9 of a second before he got wiped out and annihilated. Well, you know, he was there for a second. It doesn't look like we actually got any food from that. Interesting. Curious. Ooh, nighttime's here. Oh, yeah, look at that. Their faces are made out of, like, light. Or, like, sunlight or something. So that I guess that explains why they are the creatures of the sun. So it appears as though, oh, yeah, they glow out of the visors right there, too. Interesting. So are we just in this, like, endless combat with the night is effectively how this whole thing functions? Looks like we were victorious, so not a whole lot to worry about there. I don't know if they regenerate or anything. We made it through the night, my lord, but for further protection, we should train more warriors, build a barracks, and prepare 5 archers for next night. Remember that keeping the warriors consumes our sunstone. If it ends, the warriors will begin to lose health. Okay, where's our sunstone listed at? Oh, it's right there. It's actually our currency. Okay. Sounds like a plan to moi. We'll take this over here. We need food, dude. We can do farms? Yeah, let's do a farm. Oh, it needs to be on a cell with cows or sheep. Interesting. Okay. Well, we can go back through, and we can do either, let's see here. We've got a hunter's hut. Yeah, let's put another hunter's hut over here. Seems like a nice place to have that. We've got a whole bunch of deer and stags and whatnot over here, so that'll be nice for getting ourselves a little bit more food flow through. I do think it's a good idea to come up with maybe like a sunstone workshop. Let's see here. We can extract a little light power from it or use it as a currency because it's beautiful and easy to process. Hey, we can put it over here. Nice. Go for it. I will also go back through, and we will make our first mirrored house over here for our first little road. Perfect. Looks like we've got maxed out workers right now, so that's okay. We've got 3 building. You be a hunter. And you be a sunstone worker, because I am actually kind of terrified about losing all of my sunstone. We'll have to see what the output looks like right here, but, you know, that's life. We can get a barracks, which we can plop on in, which might not be the worst idea either. I don't know if that's a limited resource right there that we're not going to be able to get to the bottom of, but it looks like we are now producing 166 per minute. So that's great. We're also overproducing food for once, which I think is a nice come up. Like, it's a good idea. Where are we going to be attacked from next? From the north? Okay. Well, let's take that little hex right there. We've got about 5 minutes left until we have to deal with nonsense. And so we'll have this be kind of like our military district, I guess. We'll kind of have this, oh, I don't know. We'll have it just forming another street right behind here. And then we'll kind of have like a turn in. We'll clear out all the trees from this area. I'm not trying to be super organized for right now. I'm just trying to drink in the game and kind of enjoy what we're doing. It looks like they do heal up all by their lonesome. So that's good. Let's take these guys up to the north. We do have a lot of trees over here, which kind of concerns me. But I think we'll be all right. It looks like we've got 9 out of 9 workers. We are producing an equal amount of food that we are losing for right now, and our sunstone is coming through thick. You love to see it. So this is built up right here. We can have some more warriors, or we can have... Wanted me to do 5 archers before wave 8. Okay. What are you, like a two-hander? Okay, like a two-hander and a spearman. Yeah, let's whip out a couple of those and just kind of see what happens here. I assume that it's going to use up some of our guys in order to make that happen. Yeah, it like sends them into training. That's pretty cool. So we've got 9 workers. We are going to have to lock down some more food if we are in the market of continuing to build. I have no idea what this is right here. I assume that we can build something right there. It doesn't look like it's a windmill. It looks like it's a field. So let's go ahead and put that on in. It looks like I'm having trouble. So we have 7 in our army, and we have 8 out of 9 people. Okay, so I assume they spawn with time. So we've got 3 guys that are free right now. Looks like the trees regrow, too, so we can't actually permanently destroy those. That creates kind of an interesting predicament. So we'll actually have to have like a designated area that's kind of like the king's forest that we're going to harvest things out of. Our army maintenance is still looking good. Are these guys done down here? So yeah, there's a little two-handed warrior right there. He's pretty cool looking. The graphics are somewhat minimalist on the little units, but at the same time, they get across the idea of what they're supposed to be, and all the detail is plopped on into the building, since I think that's going to be like the central focus. After all, the game is called Becastled, not Be Soldiered. Let's go ahead and, yeah, throw you over here. We always need more food, so I assume we're going to have to process that. So I assume that the windmill probably gives a buff to the cell, maybe, and allows us to process faster. We're more than likely going to need a baker or something like that to finish it off. But I am happy with what we've got going on right now. We've got a church, we've got a tavern, and we've got a well. I bet the well is for fires, would be my estimate. We got about a minute left until our next invasion, so that's okay. We've got that up and built right there. That's looking pretty good. And it looks like we are at capacity right now, as far as our buildings go. Or, I'm sorry, as far as our population goes. Chances are we can more than likely deassign one of these guys, because there's not really enough animals to go around over there. I would like to find another cell that's got some more hunting resources on it. Yeah, you come over here and be a farmer. And then we need 1 person in the windmill. Okay. Is there a spot where I can see how many people have jobs and how many people do not? That would also be another important part of what we're trying to accomplish here. Like, I would like to see, so for example, if you scoot this over a little bit, yeah, I'd love to see how many of these are, like, employed versus how many are not employed. Like, basically, what are the raw amount of idle workers that we have left that aren't particularly doing anything? Like, I know I have this one guy right here. It looks like we got 2, maybe. So I'll take this guy over here. He can be a miller. This building apparently does not spin up. Oh, yeah, look at that. It gives you an extra 20 production. Very nice. Well, our food's taken care of, and that's all that I really cared about, is that I wanted my food to be taken care of. Let us go and meet the enemy for glorious war. Looks like we're throwing them back pretty good, and we're not really taking that much damage. So that's good to see. The denizens of the night appear to be a little bit squishier in combat than we are. I'll take it. Keep the army over there. Excellent. We got through the second night, but every night the moon is going to attack us more and more. I assume that 40 archers are enough for us to hold this ground. Wow, 40 archers, huh? That's a lot of archers. That's going to require some pretty consistent building. All right. Well, we have water over here, and we have fish. If we're going to have more people, we're going to need more food. However, we have a decent surplus for right now, so I think we can get away with kind of just building up the amount of people that we have available. These trees are somewhat in the way. And I don't love that about them. There we go. Throw in a few more houses so that our population grows ever so slightly larger. In our military district, I would like to put in an archery range since it seems like they're really, really leaning on that, and they want me to have archers very, very badly. So we'll put that out there. The real question that we have to decide for ourselves is what part of our territory is defensible and what part of our territory is to be ceded to the enemy so that we can fall back. In general, you want it to be inside the walls. Like, I found out that one of my ancestors in the 1800s, my great-grandmother made this giant genealogy of our family and gave it to me when she passed. And I was going through it for the last couple weeks because there's so much there. One of my ancestors back in the old days in Scotland was a lord's retainer, and he was the bailiff for a while. And then apparently something appears to have happened between him and, like, the earl or whoever it was. And so there was a demotion, and after him, the family were all yeomen that were responsible for watching out for poachers and whatnot in the king's forest or in the lord's forest or whatever. Kind of an interesting thing to learn about your history, finding out that your ancestors were a bunch of tough guys, effectively, like a bunch of roughnecks defending the king's territory. Kind of an interesting thing. And then they came to Philadelphia, and then the rest is history. They made their way slowly westward across the country until they landed in California. Huh. Wild. Absolutely wild. Hey, we have archers now. Good. Yeah, let's go ahead and build up some archers. They want me to have archers, and they want me to have walls. So I think what I'm going to try to do... How expensive are walls? Oh, we need more mood. Okay. Fountains and hero statues as well. Alright, well, we can start with the tavern. That seems like a good thing to have. Just allow people to get access to the drink. There we go. There's our tavern. Our wood supply is still looking pretty decent. I'm not really that upset about our wood generation. It might become more difficult as time comes along. What do we have here? We have a gate. Okay. Alright, I don't know if we convert a wall into a gate. We've got our defensive wall right here. Oh, you actually place it along the edge of the kingdom. Interesting. Wow, that's pricey. Okay, so we're definitely going to need more wood choppers. Let's go ahead and I'm going to need... Where's my sawmill? That's a farm. That's not helpful. There we go. Give me another sawmill over here. Just kind of doing what it does to chop down trees. I'll assign 2 more guys. We'll double up on that because we need to be producing a lot of walls. We need more wood very, very badly. Instead of looking around... I would like it if they put a button in here. Like, there's a button right there. Add 1 more to this workplace. But it looks like it takes stone in order to do that. What I would like is for there to be a little button that just says add idle worker, like a little plus right there. Just tick, tick, and then you just add 2 more people, and you'll be ready to rock. I do think it's a wise idea that we start entertaining the possibility. Yeah, you can come down here and be an innkeeper. I believe in your ability to keep the inn. We're sitting at 13 out of 13 right now. I don't see a ton of people wandering around. There's one right there. Okay, where's our next attack coming from? It's coming from down this way. Sounds like a plan. How's our sunstone looking? All right, bring these guys down here. We'll start kind of rolling out the military and getting them into a position. Yeah, just keep archers going. I assume that, like, when they go in here, they cease to be a member of our population, and then they convert into military members of our society. I don't know that for sure just yet, but it's what I'm thinking might be the case. We'll have to play around with it and figure it out, but, you know, it'll probably be fine. We need another house, too. So we can kind of, like, put this in, like right there, and we'll just make, like, a little cul-de-sac over here. Yeah, they do. So once they become military members, they're no longer civilians. So we don't need to worry about using up all of our civilians on recruitment. So much wood coming in, which is great. So that means we can kind of start these wood walls right here. It's going to cost us 600 right there. Oof. Oh no, I didn't want that right there. That's wrong. Oh no, get off my clicker. Hold on. There we go. Oh, you can easily change the wall side. Very nice. It looks like they actually put up the walls pretty quickly, too. It is important to note that this is the last of the food that we have, so once it's even, we can't get any more food, and we'll have to expand the walls. Luckily, with the way that they've designed the game to be kind of these little chunks of octagons and whatnot, it actually makes it not quite so bad. Like, it should be easy to expand. We should be able to come in and just bulldoze these real fast and get the wood back and then just expand out for the new territory that we've taken over. Sounds like a plan to me. Oof, with our one more worker, we're going to be out. All right, well, give me... Oh, it's actually feeding archers over there. Sounds good. These guys will probably become archers later on. I'm going to flip this. Perfect. I love that button, by the way. That button right there, great job, developers. So many games miss out on things like that, like allowing you to re-rotate a building or something. And I really do appreciate that being included as a feature. All right, gents, you out in front. You out in front. Oh, they have archers now, too. Yeah, I think we're actually losing out here. Might just turn into an archer fight. This may turn into a situation like who fired the first shot, basically. Oh no, dude, they're in. Oh, we've only got to last for another 8 seconds. So whatever damage they deal is damage that they're going to deal. Oh, really? Okay. Is there any way to train more guys? My lord, we have many dead soldiers. You can resurrect them by building a Church of the Light. Oh, really? Okay. Let's do that then. We got about 7 minutes left. Frankly, I don't think we're going to last that long. Resources, let's go military as church in there. We need stone for that, though, which means I'm going to have to take a new area. Which is costly. Quite costly. Alright, it's auto-recharging, everybody, so we might be okay. We're just going to need a bit more. Or defensive structures. That would be the other half of it. Luckily, we're kind of, like, pissing wood right now. So, like, that's really, really good. A stone quarry. Yeah, put them in right there. We're going to need that stone in order to build the church and resurrect our dead guys. They don't stay on the ground. They might be helpful. Hopefully our next attack comes from an easily defensible direction. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. That's almost done over there. I was trying to build down to here to kind of help out with the defense, but I just didn't get there in time. Yeah, these walls are going to get expensive before they get better. It's $450 for that wall right there. All right, well, slap it on in. We've got lots and lots of wood coming, so... I just want to be defensible by tonight. I want something that I can sit my archers on top of. He's training. He's doing his best. We are going to have to flip this. But I don't think you can actually flip it until it's done. 5 minutes to play around with. 400 per minute. Another 2,000 wood. We might be okay. It depends if I can get a few more soldiers built. Alright, flip you. And then flip you. You've all been flipped. Come on over here and give me... I haven't actually assigned anybody to work at the quarry yet. So let's send them over there real fast. They'll work at the quarry for a minute. How much is that bringing in? 10 per minute? Oof, that's not very much. Okay. Yeah, that's not very much. That's a little concerning. I would like for it to be a little bit more rapid. We'll put in a ramp right there so that they can access the wall. Oh, there's 11 awaiting resurrection. Oh, okay, so we kind of have to play the game by those rules. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know why that little guy wasn't converting, but here, you come... Where are you at? You come over here and be a stone quarrier, please. Oof, we're almost half out of time. No! Hopefully they get some kind of defensive bonus for being on the walls up here. Oh, it uses the stronghold system with the little flags that tell you like where they're going to be standing and what they're going to be doing. It's kind of cool. We need a little bit more stone. Another minute or so, and I think we should be good. But for now, we're going to have to kind of like wait and see. I think I can afford like one more house. And sincerely, I hope we have somebody available to build it. But it doesn't look like we do. I don't think we have any free villagers. Okay. What is this guy doing? I think he's stuck. There we go. Alright, so we can do the church, and we can get some resurrection over here too. And we've got a new villager popped up, so it'll probably be okay. Another archer right here as well. Really hope they get a defensive bonus for being on the wall, because they do have those little blocking line of sight type deals. Alright, so our next acquisition is going to have to be this lake right here. Like, it's going to have to be, because we need another food source coming through. But we do have the wall defended that we're going to be attacked from, for now. I may put some of the guys out in front of it. Oh, that's going to take too long. Never mind, we might be in serious trouble here. What is he doing? He's shooting at the house. I mean, we're still generating the food independent of whether or not he's killing the pigs, but he's shooting the house. That must be like a little bug. Like a little funny bug right there. Come on, dudes. I need you on this. I have trained like no soldiers today. Alright, you're a clergyman now. Oh, yeah, look at that. He's doing like little priestly wizard magics. It's pretty cool. I can dig it. Yeah, I need both of you, though. Like, I need you guys resin like crazy over here. Does it have a rally flag that I can put down? Hey, he's back. All right, gather up the army over here. Assemble the army. Do what you have to do. In addition... Oh, we got some more archers, too. Nice. Okay, so put them up on the wall. Yeah, and just keep the archers going. Like, I don't really have any other observations about that. We'll gather the physical army over here. I don't know if they're going to get all the reses done in time. But if they get a chunk of the reses done, I won't mind at all. It does look like the reses happen pretty quickly, so that's cool that they've designed a system in which you have the means to bounce back if you have a particularly bad night, or like a wall doesn't get built in time, or something like that, so you take like extra losses. Like, I like that, actually. The game has sort of been built to be recoverable. Like, a lot of games like this are not recoverable. Like, you just like flat out lose, you know, if you lose all your soldiers because you end up in a death spiral. Can you build a tower on the walls over here? Yeah, build me a tower. Forget that section of wall. Build me a tower. Oh, that's not going to get done, dude. That's not even going to get close to done. Looks like they're done with all the reses, though, which is super cool. So get all these guys up on the walls. And you dudes, you have a task. Come stand out here in the woods and fight the enemy. Like, your job is to die violently for the great and glorious cause of our kingdom. I'll feel safer once the tower is done, but for now, hopefully the walls provide them with some level of protection. Oh my god, they've got like retinues coming in. Good lord. Okay, so you guys relocate down the wall this way. And definitely make sure you pull them in towards us. I think they're trying to go around right now. Well, you know, could be better. But I do think the defensive emplacements are going to be a nice little come up. It does look like the defensive emplacements do eliminate some damage. Yeah, it looks like there's a shot, there's like a chance or something to evade the damage, because I keep seeing arrows come in. Are they sticking? Oh, they are. Yeah, it does. It gives you a little bit of collision to play around with and protect yourself. I like it. Okay, cool. Once we get the tower done, it'll be a lot safer, obviously. Our next one's coming in from this side. That's okay. I should be able to get a tower up and some walls up over here before that happens. I don't really want the fence. I want, like, the full-on, like, the dope walls, dude. And then we'll flip those around in the direction they need to go. And we'll put that right there. That way, my archers can all live inside these towers right here, which I assume are even better defended than the walls. We need 40 archers, huh? I'm kind of wondering if I would be better served having my melee soldiers up on the walls, just providing other targets for the enemy to shoot at and miss, basically. Instead of the archers that are the ones dealing damage. An interesting observation, I think. Ugh, we're losing food. Right after I built all these walls, too. Alright, let's tear it down. I'm going to take this right here with the money that I saved by switching to Geico or whatever. And then we'll kind of keep an eye on this. All these walls are going to have to be flip-flopped pretty soon. But I think with the addition of the tower, we're going to be in really solid shape. That's going to give us like a really commanding view of the battlefield. I'm pretty happy with this game, actually. For what it lacks in terms of like the UI being very, very minimalist, I do think that the core gameplay loop feels really, really nice. You know, we've run into little bugs where he's not like killing things anymore. But it doesn't really matter, does it? It doesn't really matter. My goal would definitely be to continue having these guys fill out archer slots. We're going to have to flip all these walls. I've got a good feeling about these developers because they've noticed little things like a key that allows you to auto-swap the siding of the walls. Like, stuff like that is an astute observation about the inherent limitations of some other building games that have preceded it, and they've come up with an elegant solution by just being like, meh, it's a video game. Swap the wall whenever you want. I like that. That's the type of thing that I very much appreciate, effectively. So anyways, Becastled. Check it out down below in the description. Hi, do and take care, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Goodbye.